of the game now, and this is a game-changing play that just killed me, and it killed Amari Cooper because it is still 0-0, and the Dallas is driving, and they get it all the way down to Green Bay's 38, and Dak drops back and fires it down the seam to Amari Cooper, and he throws it right where Amari needs to slow and catch it because the safety's still behind him and coming over on the play. And Amari Cooper, if I could just tell you, here it is. And again, not only that, but he runs it back like 40 yards. So it was an all-time killer play because they're going to go in 7-0, and we're going to have a whole different story here. So Amari winds up catching 11 balls for 226 yards in the game. But can I read the quote that Amari uttered after the game?
Sure.
The only thing that's really on my mind is the dropped ball. He's talking about that pass we just saw. The drop ball and the turnover it created. I feel like it gave them a lot of momentum. I got it. That's what I was thinking. And those are the 3 worst words in football. I got it. Because it's just right there. All he has to do is slow and catch it in between the safety, and he's already beaten the corner inside, and sit down, and you got it 1st and 10 at the 15, and I think good things are about to happen.
Skip, I've tried to explain this to people on social media. I believe the two most difficult catches to make in football are the one that's over the shoulder because you lose it in the blind spot because it drops over your blind, because it drops in your, unless you track it all the way, and very few people do this. So you lose it in the blind spot.
Yep.
And that one, when you're running full speed one way, you stop. Try to open your hips.
Yep.
Skip, when the ball is coming straight on, okay, I catch it like this. If the ball's over my shoulder, I catch it like this. But if I got to open my hips, am I going to catch it like this or am I going to catch it like that? Now, you got a split second.
Okay.
How am I going to turn my hands and catch it? Now, that's back-to-back weeks. We've seen this. Yeah. At what point in time does Dak realize these guys running full speed one way, it's very difficult for them to open their hips and make that play. Okay. That's twice in a row, Skip.
It was easy. He got both hands on. All he had to do is slow up because if he throws him wider, Darnell Savage is going to blast him.
No,
you have to throw it right in the slot.
Skip, if he hit it, look at this. He going to split the seam. He's gone.
No.
He going to split it.
Yeah. Okay, but he hits him right in the hands. I mean, well, he called it a drop. Everybody called it a drop. TV called it a drop. It was, if you get 2 hands, that's a flat-out drop.
Skip.
And Dak is not trying to throw it to Darnell Savage. No. He's trying to throw it where Amari can catch it.
No, Skip, but if you look at the throws that Aaron Rodgers is making, when he hits Geronimo Allison or when he hits his receivers, Skip, there's a difference between hitting a guy and letting him get 15 yards and hitting a guy and letting him hit his head on the goalpost with a 40-yard catch and run. That's the difference between Dak and the top-tier quarterbacks. And once he and you realize that, you're going to be well on your way.
Oh, okay. Well, he only threw for 329 in the second half. I have no idea. It's impossible. You can't throw, but you threw for 329. Now let's look at the next play that could have changed this game because in the next Cowboys series, it's 2nd and 15 from the 17, and Amari's got the demon in his head about, I dropped that ball. I shouldn't have dropped that ball, and it's eating at him. And now what happens?
What happened?
He goes in motion, then he runs a little pump and go on Jair Alexander, and it is a sweet throw. It's a touchdown throw. And he's concentrating, and he loses his feet. He just goes down. This is going to be a, let's see, from the 17, what's the math on
83.
that? 83-yard touchdown pass, and he falls down. Well, it's 7-0. It's going to be 7-7. The roof is going to come off Jerry World. People are going to go crazy. The Cowboys are going to be fired back up, and it only went worse and worse from there.
Well, that's what happens, and we're going to talk about this a little later. We see Travis Kelce. He drops a couple of passes early, Skip, and he never got those demons out of his head the rest of the ball game. Now, in this situation right here, and I've been there, Skip, you look that ball all the way in, and when the process of looking it all the way in, you lose it. You lose your balance.
I know.
And the next thing you know, you're like, damn, I should have had a 50-yard touchdown, but I got a 20-yard completion.
Okay. So there are 2 early plays that started to dig the hole that the defense dug deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yes.
And Aaron Rodgers played okay, but he didn't play great because he didn't need to play great.
No.
What did he throw for? 238?
238, yeah.
Okay. He had a QBR of 49, scale 0 to 100, so it's even under 50.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like he let them up at Jerry World, and he's owned it before, but Aaron Jones owned it. The defense didn't own it. And yet, when you look at the total yards, do you realize that's the most total yards the Dallas Cowboys have ever had in a loss? They broke their loss record, 563 total yards. Green Bay had 335. What if one team has 563 and the other has 335? What do you think usually would happen? You'd probably win that game.
The next question I'm going to ask, okay, well, how many turnovers did the team have that had 563?
Okay, well,
because that's the direct reflection of who's going to win and lose the game.
They had 3 turnovers to 0 for Green Bay, and they also had 11 penalties. Dallas did for 124 yards. That's a lot. But of the 3 interceptions, and you say Dak is so inaccurate, he deserved the one that you showed because he forced the ball after they were starting to fall deeper and deeper into the hole. He forced one throw the whole game to Randall Cobb, trying to get him his first catch of the game against his ex-team. And it's just a bad idea because the corner comes underneath it and picks off. And so the point is, I'll give you one bad throw.
Well, I will not just take the flat. Just take the flat right down here.
Well, whatever. But he's just trying to get now you're in comeback mode. You're down 17-0. Okay.
But you know why you're in comeback mode, Skip?
Yeah.
Because he put you there.
Oh, really?
With his turnovers, yes.
No, he didn't put you there.
Yes, he did. He put you there.
The turnover to Amari wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it was his fault. It's his fault.
Well, Amari took complete blame for that.
No.
You're the only one who thinks that.
But that's what good teammates. That's what good teammates do, Skip. You take that. Yeah, that's my fault. I got to make that play.
Yeah, it was a terrible throw. Hit him right there. Hit him right there. It was just terrible. You know, Dak's just a boss.
But and they let him get off the hook. He threw a terrible pick in the end zone.
Okay, but the play was an aborted play from the start.
Did you know? Did Dak know that?
Hold
on. So Dak knew that.
Yep.
So Dak knew that. That's why he threw it like, oh, I'm gonna get.
Flags are flying. It's like a free play.
Well, let me ask you a question. So why was he walking off the field?
Yeah.
He was walking off the field. So if he knew there were flags,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Because
he didn't know.
Is that an interception?
No, it didn't count.
Thank you.
Okay, what about the fumble?
Okay. What fumble?
The one that it should have been a fumble. They talk about procedure.
That hit Cobb in the butt?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was it?
No.
Fumble?
No.
Okay.
I didn't see no. I didn't see anybody move.
Does that count? I guess you're talking about plays that did not count.
No.
So Dak threw one ball that should have been picked. The one to Amari definitely wasn't an interception throw, and the one to Kevin King definitely wasn't an interception throw. So he threw one bad pass, and he threw for 329 in the second half, and you're saying he's a bust.
No, I didn't say
that he's a liability.
Hold on,
Are you kidding me?
Skip.
329. How do you throw for 329? And by the way, the Packers are really good on defense. They're really good in the secondary.
That's not what you said last week.
No, I said they were.
Walking to him, threw for 3 touchdowns, and they ran for almost 200 yards.
Threw for 160 yards. My quarterback against the same defense threw for 329 in the second half.
Everybody got it.
Your quarterback threw for 160 in 4 quarters.
With 3 touchdowns and 0 picks.
Okay, Dink and Dak.
And don't do that. See, there you go. Yeah. Oh, so really?
They're just a little
Hold on,
short.
Skip.
The most overrated plays in all of football are 1-2-yard touchdown passes or 1- and 2-yard touchdown.
I think the most overrated stat is QBR. But anyway, but Skip, you do remember that King undercut a play. I think he was throwing to Kevin King, and he dropped that one.
Yep.
Was that a good throw by Dak? You remember? Yeah.
Well, did he catch it?
See,
okay.
See what you do, Skip? Now, anytime the guy drops it, did he catch it? But they caught those other 3. That's all that matters. All I'm saying, and guess what, Skip Bayless? You had an opportunity. It was 14. The crowd's going bonkers. Ooh, the crowd's electric. The roof is about to come off the AT&T. And what does Dak do? After they force the Packers to go 3 and out, he comes right back out on the first play, throws a pick, Kevin King going the other way.
Well, we just talked about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have, like, selective memory? Even you agreed it was pass interference.
No.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
You're looking foolish.
No.
What are you talking about?
If you let me explain.
You already said it was pass interference.
No, it wasn't. No, I didn't say that.
You
I didn't say that.
You said yes, it was.
Yes.
You said it would have been overturned.
No, I did not say it was overturned.
You did say it would be overturned. You just said it. What are you talking about?
I said, even if he had challenged, given the history of the pass interference of what we've seen.
You said that was overturned. You already said it. We'll check the tape.
I don't think he did say it.
Yes, I do think so, Jenny. I do.
I'm sitting right here, too,
well,
and
I just heard him say it was pass interference. You said it was.
How about this? All I'm saying is this. When you had an opportunity.
Is that Dak's fault, that interception?
Yes, it was his fault.
It was not. The DB is mugging. It's like a assault and battery. He jerked his head down. Well, he couldn't swing out of his route.
Skip, you wanted both. Skip, you wanted both ways.
I don't want it both ways. I just want that play back.
If Dak throws a 2-yard route, the receiver goes 80 yards, you say Dak threw an 80-yard touchdown. But when he throws an interception, you find every way to blame someone else.
No, I told you he deserved one interception.
He deserves 3. That's what's on his resume.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, but there are all kinds of interceptions. Some deserved, some
I don't
not.
know I don't know about somebody else. I'm talking about Dak.
How do you explain 329 in the second half against a really good defense when you got 2 pass rushers you cannot block? How do you explain that? I want you're the Hall of Famer. Explain it to me.
Because you're down.
I want to know.
You give me an opportunity.
He's got guys hanging over him. He's got guys busting him in the mouth. He's got Zadarius Smith trash-talking him after that interception.
Yes, he should.
And he shoved him.
Said, what a dumb play. How dumb can you be throwing a pick? If you want me to explain. You're down 31-3. That's how you do it because even though they were down 31-3, I thought in certain situations the Packers were too aggressive. And when you get up big like that, nothing cheap, nothing deep. I thought the 60-yard touchdown to Michael Gallup. I thought the 60-yard touchdown. If they got to go 80 yards and it takes them 4 minutes to get a touchdown, so be it. But you can't give up.
Usually all I hear is, oh, they just played soft. They played prevent in the second half. Green Bay was playing their tails off.
Yes, Skip.
Playing man across the board, just saying, you can't have this.
Okay, Skip. Okay, if that's the case, why didn't he do it?
You know why? Because they knew that the Cowboys couldn't protect Dak. They got backups at left tackle and right tackle. And you got 2 hellacious pass rushers. And my quarterback just stood in there the whole second half and took so much physical abuse.
So if you don't mind me asking, Skip, why didn't he throw for 658 yards since he threw for 329 in the second half? What the hell did he do in the first half?
I just gave you the 2 plays that one should have been down to the 15 and one should have been a touchdown. That changes the whole momentum.
Did it happen? Like you just told me, did it happen?
Does Dak play safety?
So now you bring it.
What was my first point that I made to you? My defense was a disaster.
Your quarterback was a disaster.
Oh, stop it.
Your quarterback was a disaster.
That's the worst thing you've ever said on this show.
At some point in time, you got to stop placing blame on every
At some point, you have to give in and give him some credit for the guts that he showed.
I don't know the guts.
329?
Skip.
You can't fight 329.
Skip.
It's in the books.
Okay, when it was 7-0, it was 14-0, 17-0, 24-0, 31. Where was all that before it got 31-3? That's all I'm asking.
I just showed you the 2 plays that would have made it 7-0 and maybe even 14-0. I don't know.
It's all the time we have right now for it, guys. We're going to go back to this. I know we could go all hour, and I'm just going to let you enjoy it. But here's the thing, Shannon. There was a different loss yesterday. You might not be celebrating. The Chiefs' first loss of the season. Does it fall on Patrick Mahomes? We'll discuss next. Don't forget, you can check us out every day on the Fox Sports Channel on SiriusXM. Stay with us. We'll be right back.